over a long enough time horizon, anything and everything is possible. You can achieve whatever you want in life. Reality is in your control. And true creative imagination does manifest into third dimensional reality. You are exactly who you believe you are. And like Neville Goddard likes to say, act as if you already are exactly who it is that you want to be, and watch the whole world fall into alignment. If you believe that you're genuinely capable of becoming a multimillionaire or a multi-billionaire, trust me, with enough consistent action over time, you will make it happen. Now, am I saying that all you got to do is believe and all you got to do is say things and it's going to happen? No, of course not. Just like in the Bible, whether you're religious or not, biblical scripture does have universal truth. And it says in the Bible, faith without works is dead, right? So what does that mean? Well, that basically means that you can believe you're going to do something. You can say you're going to do something. But if you just lay in bed all day, nothing's ever going to happen. Faith without works is dead. And so you must believe and you must state that something will happen in the future if it hasn't happened already. But you must back those sayings, you must back those thoughts and those beliefs up with true action. You need to get up and do something. And a lot of the times, people understand this. They're like, okay, yeah, Javen, I believe I'm going to be a millionaire. Okay, I genuinely believe I'm capable. I know I can do it. And I know I have to take action. I'm willing to take the action. I'm willing to work as hard as possible. But the only issue is, I don't know what to do. What are the first steps? I've never even made $1 online. How am I supposed to make 100,000 a month? How am I supposed to make $1 million a month? How am I supposed to become a multi-millionaire when I don't even know how to make my first dollar? Well, listen, at the end of the day, I think the best piece of advice I can give you is you just got to start where you're at. The same way when you're on sales calls, you got to meet your prospects where they're at. You need to understand that you are ignorant. You don't know what to do. But does that mean that you're never going to know what to do? Of course not. See, when we were born, we didn't know how to walk. We didn't know how to talk. We probably barely knew how to eat, yet we learned. If it's your first time doing anything, you're gonna suck, right? But after doing it 1,000 times, after doing it 10,000 times, after doing it 50,000 times, do you think you'll be at least a little better, right? So I think really the point I'm trying to make is consistent action over time will always breed success. Because even if you post 100 YouTube videos and you get 0 views, think about how much better that 101st video will be compared to the first. If you make 100 cold calls or 1,000 cold calls and you close no deals, think about how much better that 101st or that 1,001st call will be compared to the first. So it's never a matter of, oh, I don't know what to do, so I'm not even going to try. That's a loser's mentality. Those are the type of people that get stuck in jobs their whole lives. Those are the type of middle-aged men that end up committing suicide because they don't feel fulfilled in life. Those are the type of men that end up having to divorce their women because they don't even respect them, right? So at the end of the day, you need to start thinking about the consequences of not taking actions and following through on your dreams rather than the positives. Because at the end of the day, there's this strategy in business and in investing that Warren Buffett likes to use. It's called inversion thinking, where basically on a psychological and neurological level, human beings are much more capable of coming up with negative outcomes rather than positive outcomes. So instead of working towards your goals because you want a McLaren or you want a penthouse or you want to make $1 million, think about what will happen if you don't do those things. You're going to have to work a job. You're going to have a boss. You're going to be capped at a certain salary, which you will never succeed. Is that what you want? I don't know. Maybe some people are sitting here like, fuck this kid. Who's he think he is, Andrew Tate? No, man, I'm genuinely telling you the truth. I'm not trying to be some fucking Andrew Tate. I'm not trying to be some guru. I'm honestly telling you the truth. And not a single person in this world can deny that this is true. If you don't believe this is true, then you're probably not where you want to be in life. And only you know if that's true or not, right? So you can hate, you could talk shit, you could justify for whatever reason why I'm not correct about what I'm saying. But if you find anybody in life who's succeeded in anything, whether it be physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, they're going to agree that before you see heaven, before you live in heaven, before your emotional state is as if you were in heaven, you must first go through hell. Because nothing worth having comes easy. And the easiest things to achieve in life are always the most detrimental. Think about instant gratification, TikTok, drugs, porn. It feels great in the moment, and it's so easy to get. All you got to do to watch porn is go on Google. It's the easiest thing to ever possibly get, but it's detrimental to your entire life. Not just to your relationships, but to your own personal life and your own mindset, your own psychology. Now, on the other hand, everything that sucks ends up breeding something positive. I mean, really think about it. I did running in high school. I ran track, I ran cross country, and I still love running. And every single time I went on a 10 or 11 or 12-mile run, I hated it. Every step of the way sucked. And every time I was in a track race, I would question myself, why do you even do this? I remember very vividly, I would be in these races, and a mile and a half in, I would be in my head questioning, Javen, why do you even run track? But the moment I crossed the finish line, my question was answered. Oh, because I have to suffer before I feel this moment of bliss. In order to feel like you've achieved something in life, in order to feel like you've fulfilled something in your life, in order to fill that hole inside of you, which all of us feel from time and time again, you have to do something that sucks. Because everything in this universe has an equal and opposite reaction. So if something feels really, really, really fucking good in the present moment and it was extremely easy to attain, then I can guarantee that later down the line, it's gonna fucking be detrimental to you. It's gonna hurt you and it's gonna affect your life negatively. On the other hand, if you're doing something right now and it completely sucks, you hate it, you wanna quit and give up, I can guarantee later down the line, it's gonna be extremely beneficial to your life. And it's gonna produce a more positive outcome for you. You're gonna live in a better reality. So everything in this universe has an equal and opposite reaction. I'm not even talking about business. I'm talking about the way the universe works. And speaking of universal truths and universal laws within life and business, everything also works on continuums. So what does this mean? Well, what this basically means is it's never a matter of do you want to succeed, do you not want to succeed? Do you want to get in shape, do you not want to get in shape? It's a matter of how badly do you want it. Because everybody wants to get rich, but only the ones who want it bad enough actually get rich. Because you can say you want to get rich, but the moment you have to make 500 phone calls a day for the next year without making a profit, all of a sudden you don't want it anymore. Okay, so it's a continuum. How badly do you want it, and what price are you willing to pay? This also, this brings me into my next point as well. Seasons of separation. In order to achieve something exceptional, which exceptional by definition means not like the rest, in order to become not like the rest and to live an exceptional life, you need to go into a season of separation. My mentor and now business partner, Bobby Tatum, he's 39 years old. He's been in business for 20 years. I'm not even 20 years old yet. He makes $800,000 and $900,000 every single month. And the biggest piece of advice that he could have ever given me was, Javen, do not be afraid to cut people out of your life. And do not give people second chances. Do not try to justify why you should keep somebody in your life just because you have an emotional connection to them. Everybody in this world has a limited amount of energy. And if you're being drained of energy by the people around you who are not contributing to your goals, if your beliefs are being altered or diluted by those around you who are not aligned and on the same path as you in life, you're going to restrict your potential. You're not going to accomplish your goals. And you're truly going to become the product of your own environment. I can guarantee this because if you were born in a family of ultra successful, wealthy, fit, athletic parents, then you will most likely be fit, athletic, wealthy, disciplined, and smart. But if you're born into a family of drug addicts who don't know what they're doing, who don't have any money, who don't have any real structure, guess what? You're probably not going to have any structure. You're probably going to end up doing drugs. You're probably going to end up broke because you are the direct product of your environment. The moment you're born, you are an empty vessel. You know nothing. And so you are not even you. You are not even you. You are the product of your environment. You are the product of the people in your life. You are the product of the things you've experienced. You're the product of everything you've heard. You're the product of the beliefs that have been instilled in you. And since birth, especially in America, we're told by our friends and our family and our teachers, even fucking strangers, that you need to do this and this and this to get this. And when you get this, you're successful. Oh, you go to school and then you get a job. And if you're making $100,000 a year, you're successful. Who the fuck says? You only believe that to be true because somebody told you it was true. And you only believe $1 million is a lot of money because somebody told you $1 million was a lot of money. Now, you might think that sounds delusional, But at the end of the day, if you grew up in a rich, wealthy family, you wouldn't believe $1 million is a lot of money. You'd be driving to school every day in a car worth 3 of them. So it's all about your product and your environment and your people. If you cannot remove yourself from environments which are detrimental to your success, if you cannot break off relationships with people who are detrimental to your success, then it is impossible for you to accomplish the goals you want to accomplish. Because it's so very simple. All you have to do in order to be successful or in order to accomplish a goal is to spend enough time around people who have already done it. And that's why mentorship is the number one asset to have. Excuse me. The United States president has about 15 consultants. So the United States president, probably one of the most powerful and important occupations in the entire country of the United States, has 15 consultants. And every single time the United States president has a conversation or makes a decision, he is consulted by those 15 people in his cabinet. So act as if you're a president and act as if the United States is your business. Every time you make a decision, every time you have a conversation, you should be pulling advice and insights from people who have already done what it is that you're trying to do. If you can't go to the people who have already succeeded in what it is that you're trying to succeed for advice, and if you're not open-minded enough or willing to adapt to what they tell you, if you want to remain arrogant and stubborn and egotistical like you know what you're doing, then just pack it up and get a job. Because at the end of the day, I think the biggest point that I've been trying to make this whole video is that there is no such thing as a self-made millionaire. There is no such thing as a self-made billionaire. Because in order to become successful, in order to make anything happen in life, you need other human beings. And so the quality of those human beings are going to determine the quality of your life. Surround yourself with successful people, therefore you shall be successful. Surround yourself with poor people, and you shall be poor. Let me get out of the pool. Let me end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed.